Now, it's an understatement to say that school just isn't the same since COVID-19. Even though some students are returning, it just looks and it feels different. And specialty programs have also had to adapt. Sprouting Chefs is a kitchen garden program in Burnaby elementary schools. And Barb Koyanagi McMahon is the founder. Barb, hello there.
Hi there.
So just describe, where are you right now?
So I'm sitting in front of the Forest Grove School Garden.
Okay, Forest Grove in Burnaby. And what have you got growing there?
So right behind me, I have a really important crop that a lot of your viewers might recognize. It's garlic. And we're talking about garlic in terms of its immunity boosting effects with the kids right now.
Okay, and what else do you grow there?
We have a huge variety of crops. We have some perennial crops like our sage and our lavender. We have a ton of kale, and we have a really cool crop over here, asparagus, which a lot of people about.
Fantastic. Yeah. I mean, everything just looks so lush and green where you are right now. The weather's been optimal, hasn't it, with the sun and then the rain and all the rest. But just tell us about your program. What do the students at Sprouting Chefs do?
So we have a very holistic type of program where we incorporate mindfulness into our garden and kitchen activities. So we'll talk about patience when you're growing seeds and courage when you're holding a knife. And it's all the way through the year. So I will work with kids with mindfulness activities about gratitude and peace in the fall. We'll plant the whole garden out in the spring. And then we also have an after-school program that includes a garden club that helps maintain the space, and after-school cooking classes where the kids come up and harvest from the school.
All right. It sounds like you've got a lot to offer. It sounds like it'd be fun for the kids, but how have you had to adapt everything since COVID-19 hit?
It was a sad day coming up here in early April when I was supposed to be working with all the classes. And we had to make the decision about whether or not to go ahead and plant the garden as normal or shift a little bit. And with the discussion with the principal at the time, one of the things that we really felt was important was community and keeping the community connected to something positive like this space. So it was at that point we decided that I would go ahead and plant all the seeds and grow food. Instead of it being an educational piece, that it would be a place that we would provide food for those people in the community that needed it at the time. So we've been able to harvest twice and give back to 9 families food growing food.
Lovely, lovely. So no summer camps this year. What are you hoping you are going to be able to continue doing in the garden?
We will continue growing food through the summer like we usually do. We pass it on to the garden club families to take care of for us. And we'll be doing some work bees showing how to harvest and how to grow food at your own home through the summer, twice in July and twice in August doing that. But the rest of the time, it'll be the community that takes over it, and it will become a place for them to feel a connection to nature.
No, that's neat. So what have you heard from some of the kids, in terms of the garden still being there for them now?
I think they were really happy to be back, but the question has been with some of them about the cooking classes. They really do miss that. But we've been having conversations about anxiety and ways that we can manage our anxiety with things like lavender and lemon balm, things like building our immune system and our resiliency by eating well and including all the food that they have here. And for me, it's also been teaching them about having hope still, and that when we plant seeds in a garden, it's a hope for that there's going to be a better tomorrow. So we talk about with them as well, that they're part of that change and that positive movement.
Barb, it all sounds wonderful, especially how you've all been able to adapt. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us on here. Very important. And check out our GoFundMe page. It's going to launch today.